Hello everyone, welcome back to 20 Minutes Till Dawn. We have a new weapon in the game, the magic bow. Shoot out arrows that linger on the ground. When you reload, arrows return to you and deal damage to enemies that it passes through. That's over here on the right hand side. We're just going to take Shana out with their ability to reroll stuff and their 4 HP. Let's see if we can get the win on Darkness 15 with the new weapon, because there's a new achievement for it, and I don't feel right not having all the achievements in this game at the moment. So, 21 damage, a dart. I'd like it to be enough to kill one of these things in one shot, but I guess, what do we do then? 37? And even the 37 shots aren't enough, but when they return to us after a reload, they do effectively hit our foes twice. Right, a 24 seconds in Dragon Egg. Seems like a good time to me. I'm going to want more reload rate, I can imagine. I wouldn't mind heavy weaponry from the blade tree as well, just to give me some work around me. But there's reload rate. And anything that's going to produce more projectiles that will then have chance to go out and back again. So whether that's shooting a projectile behind us, shooting 2 projectiles instead of 1, all of that stuff seems like it would be a good time for us. Nip through that gap. I will take light weaponry. We could take the dragon upgrade, but I want to work up to having a small army of minions, as generally the things that are slow fire rates, building up lots of different ways to do damage is more preferable than just having really big damaging shots, I find. And in that regard, let's take glare as well. So we heal every 5 levels that we get. We heal up 1 HP, and we started on half of our max HP for a benefit to our damage and I think our fire rate, or possibly our reload rate, or our movement speed. One of the stats is bigger. Now we'll take some trained dragon. So every minute, I think it's either dragon damage or dragon attack speed, one of the two. We'll pick up the other one down the line, I'm sure. Yeah, really nice when you see those arrows returning to you, slamming through even more enemies. So far, nothing too wild. More fire rate, sight magic, more reload rate. I'm going to take movement speed, because that 15-minute boss is just a pain in my neck when we don't have enough movement speed. That was destined to happen, the way I was stood there just not moving. Oh, but loving seeing all those shots tear through our foes when we finish reloading in a dense crowd. That is very satisfying. Make sure we're giving ourselves an out to get away from the crowds as they pour in. But I do want to get over there and get all that experience as swiftly as I can. Right, there's going to be a field of XP up here. More damage, more reload rate. Dragon Bond. Give me Dragon Bond. In time, hopefully, we can have our arrows making so much damage they just murder in one shot, at least these small guys. The bigger, leechy things, probably not, but, you know, these things happen. Get out of here. Right, there's our first elite over there. More vision range and sight magic, more movement speed. Nothing I'm loving here. Give me armed and ready. Right, we're just gonna fire as much as we can in that upper left direction where that elite is, whilst trying to maintain some safety for ourselves. What I'd love to see out of this is, hello dragon, we can get a boon where the next upgrade that we take is tripled, which sounds like a good time to me. Loop around for all this XP as well. There is that chest, and we get triple the next effect of your next upgrade. So, triple this. Summon damage plus 120%. Increased reload rate. Your bullets have a 35% chance to inflict freeze. On every second shot, cooldown lightning. I think summon damage plus 120%, if that's going to mean it's doing like 75 damage a hit, I think that's going to be massive for us. So that dagger now, doing 87 damage on each shot. Just going to tear through that crowd now. So apart from just keeping up more XP drops, that dagger is going to do so much work for us now. So let's take summon, because we would like to get summon attack speed plus 50%. And then, as is often the way, regardless of what weapon you end up taking, a big army of summons ends up doing loads of the work for you. At least that seems to be the way it shakes out in a lot of my runs here. Right, we've got 30 seconds until the fence comes in. I have no idea if the fire from our dragon's shots have also increased in a lot of damage. Summon damage and summon attack speed. Sure thing. So that dagger now doing 93 damage a hit. Be interesting to see how that does when the bigger enemies come along shortly. I say shortly, it's probably about another 5 minutes until we start seeing the flying leeches. But just give me the XP. Right, now we're trapped in a fence with this guy. I'm hoping our summons can do a lot of work to keep us safe here. I'm trying not to fire too much just because our movement speed tanks when we're firing, because we don't have run and gun currently. But there's heavy weaponry. Happy to see that. Can't quite get that blade hitting our foes, or hitting the boss, I should say, as nicely as I would like, but it'll die eventually so long as we're dodging well. There goes our shield, so extra care to be taken. 3 more seconds of this fence as I run into it. Yeah, what I really want now is that summon attack speed increase, so we get this blade whipping around us really fast. Oh god, okay. Well, that's gone really well. There's run and gun. There's summon attack speed increase. Give me that. Right, Tome of Summoning. Yes. Reload rate down a lot, but summon damage and summon attack speed increases immensely. I think I have to. Just watching that blade whip around. Very satisfying. As long as the red-eyed guys don't get to us, I think we'll be okay. There's level 15, which means we're going to get some of that HP back. More vision range. Reroll this, I think. Run and gun is not bad. But I'll take sight magic, just because we're now dealing with a crowd that is very close to us a lot of the time. I would like a second dagger. That would be nice. And those guys with the red eyes have so much more health than I expect them to. But our dragon getting ever more powerful. Summon a second magic dagger. Absolutely. Now we have an army of very fast blades just doing our bidding for us. As well as our dragon and our ghost helping out as well. Our shield is back, that's a lovely time. Summon damage increase, your friend shoots 2 additional projectiles. I'll take it. Don't know if some magnetism would do us good just for getting all of this stray XP that our summons are creating. Obviously they work in a much wider area than we do independently. Alright, this is busy. This is very busy. What I'm basically looking for is the red-eyed guys. Bullet damage increases our summon damage, I think. In a lot of cases, at least. Right, our shield's back down again. I just want to keep moving gently to get more XP as we move by. Damage of glare is doubled, sure. Because if we stand still, I think our blade... Oh, no, it definitely does not sufficiently defend us. Just about. Close, but not quite. Summon damage increase, summon attack speed increase even more. Sure, give me that blade even faster now. Right, now I think if we're still, they don't have a chance of getting to us. Level 20 came, so we did get some of that health back once more. What I think I want to do is figure out when we're on our big damaging shot. That's small. Basically, one of our shots does more damage and has infinite piercing. Hard to see it in the crowd, though. More bullet damage, lowered fire rate. Running gun. Give me max HP. Can't go wrong with max HP. But I think if we're on... If our big shot, our big damaging shot is chambered, all of our other stuff does more damage. So now our blade is doing 114 because we have our higher damage round chambered, I believe. Which is obviously good for me in this situation. Splinter, enemies explode into 3 bullets that do 11 odd damage apiece. I'll take some of that. It's going to help in the very dense crowds. Although the densest part of the crowds are about to go away for a while as the 10-minute mark comes in. The last of the brains will get sliced up here, and now we are on 2 flying leeches. Everyone's favourite nightmare. Right, what more do we want? Stuff that doesn't require me to fire. It's fine by me. There's level 25, we're back to max HP. As we try and just gather up what XP there is around now. Lovely big chunky cluster there. And level 26. Divine Wrath is like okay. More bullet damage, sure thing. So our blades are now doing 119 apiece. And between everything, it's making pretty short work of these guys. Like, a small waft of flame, and they just evaporate, which is nice. The red-eyed shooters are back, I hate them. They're a very different music act than the black-eyed peas. But largely now I think we can flee at our own leisure. We will try and get this guy dead though, of course. Chance for more boons, although I think we've had the best one in the triple summon damage upgrade that we took. Really working to try and avoid those red dots now. They're going to be everywhere. They're the biggest threat to me, I think. Everything else just kind of melts, but you cannot destroy the red dots after they've been fired, as far as I'm aware, which makes it pretty annoying to deal with. Magic lens, take aim. I don't want any of this particularly. Right, give me Frost Mage. Right, there's a chest. Halo pieces. No, increased experience gained by 40%. Is good for us. Every pip we get, more XP to us, which means we're going to get through these later, more expensive levels more easily. But we're pretty well set at the moment, I would say. Our other damage methods can inflict freeze, clearly, even when we're not firing our weapon. So that's good for us. If I could get the bonus for frozen creatures explode into more damaging projectiles, that would be nice. Then we'd have Splinter and that working at the same time. Ice Shard when you shoot your last ammo. It's not really what I want, but I do want Shatter. So I'll take it. We'll probably end up firing our weapon again at some point. I wonder how the cost of level 25, or say level 28, is obviously X number of experience points picked up. I wonder how many you would get, how many you would need for the equivalent level. So say it took, normally it took 100 to unlock level 28, but once you get your 40% bonus, it's like only needing 60, which is the equivalent of, say, level 22 perhaps. I wonder how those numbers actually work out altogether. Just pointing our cursor into the densest part of the crowd, as we then follow the big wave of fire that we create. There is Shatter. Love to see it. You can just hear the frozen stuff shattering now. Doing even more damage to the dense crowd for us. I'll take some Frostbite to go with that. We seem to be doing a lot of ice damage at these times. Right, another 45 seconds, and then we'll be up against the next boss, which will probably be the period where it warrants firing our weapon again, I would imagine. So our blades are doing a pretty good job. Between that and the Dragonfire and the Ghost shots, we're well covered for shots existing in the general space around us. Any other passive damage we'll take? Burn while we run. We're not running very much, but you know, It's all good. 20 seconds. What you'll notice is the crowd will get a lot less dense right as the 5-minute mark passes, just because they don't want to overwhelm you too much in the fenced off area that the boss exists in. But they do balance it a little bit, at least at the very start of the 5-minute mark. So there's the dense crowd, all gone. Now I just want to keep a pathway available to myself. We've lost our shield because I'm bad. And get that dragon fire shooting towards the boss. Hopefully it will do most of the damage over there without needing to worry us about it. Give me watch and learn. Alright, I've decided it's time to fire my weapon again. It had to come, didn't it? Hopefully the dragon's done so much damage to this thing it's not long for this world now, but we'll see shortly. Should definitely try and keep my dragon's fire focused in that general direction at the very least, because it follows the cursor, as does the ghost after you've got the right upgrade. There it goes. Tome of Elasticity, Tome of Summoning. Did I not take this already? I thought I took this already. Unless I chose... Oh. Summon damage, summon attack speed. I didn't know you could get the same tome twice. Curious, but hey, I'm here for it. Especially watching our dragon fire at that rate that it is. Just gonna nuke this other dragon here while everything else is frozen. Right, we've actually taken a little bit more damage than I would like now, especially because, oh, we probably had 4 and then we take double damage in the last 5 minutes, so some extra care needed. Tell you what, give me giant for 2 more HP. You just see the waves of ice and destruction tearing through these folks, which is obviously really good for us. More pickup range, or do we try for 3 halo pieces in 3 minutes? Go on then, we'll go for halo pieces. Why not? There's some HP at level 35, that's good for us. Another halo piece. This could happen very quickly, apparently, given just how many enemies we're wrecking through. Halo piece. Grab the halo. Shana's halo. Fire rate increase, reload rate increase, vision range increase. Well, our vision range damage is certainly very large now, which is fine by me. If we can get to level 40 before the clock goes down, we will get another HP increase, which I'm certainly not adverse to. Give me a magic lens at this point, I guess. I really think so long as you've got a weapon that has a reasonable amount of base damage, big summon builds are some of the most powerful things you can do in a standard game. I haven't tried the endless mode yet. I'm not, like, ready for that amount of potential time and length of an event. If you get to big damage like this, like, I assume the game can only spawn in enemies so fast. I don't know if eventually it starts giving them more HP and thus your standard methods of killing them aren't applicable. But we're really just like wrecking everything here, aren't we? Between the freeze and the shatter, And the giant balls, in case you were wondering, that's what happens when your ghost friend fires and then you keep walking at the same pace as the ball is tracking across the screen. So I'm trying to see what number those are gonna do for damage, but I can't quite see the number. As we just create heaps of XP. So much of it. We're well past level 40 now. I don't know if I got hit again or where my max HP really expects to be right now, but with a minute and a half to go, unless I keep taking hits like that, I don't expect us to be in too much trouble. What more do I want? Right, give me more pickup range. And as ever, we'll just charge into the densest part of the crowd. Honestly, it could be denser for my liking. Just always looking out just carefully for the red-eyed guys. They don't survive very long at this stage, but I'm always grateful to have them no longer shooting at me. Obviously the freezing does good help with that as well. And 28 seconds left. I'm hopeful that we're not going to suddenly take 4 hits of terrible damage, but you never know. But 30 seconds goes pretty swiftly here. I did just run into a red dot though, as I was pondering getting to level 45 before the clock goes off. We got it. Doesn't matter what we take, because there is time. Magic Bow Mastery. We've done it again. Right, with that, we are back up to Darkness 15 wins with every weapon, every character, including Yuki and the Magic Bow. But for now, thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put those down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.